Hello, I am Susan Reynard, Gauteng editor of Hotel and Restaurant. We are the business-to-business brand in the hospitality industry. We write about hospitality, tourism, across South Africa, Africa and internationally. We're taking a glimpse behind the scenes, down the corridors of a top hotel. We've chosen Hilton Sandton, which has been around for 14 years. It is an icon in the Sandton business node and appeals to both business and leisure travellers. So they are well versed in how to meet the needs of a variety of local and international guests. Come with us on this journey. It's a day in the life of a number of key departments across this hotel. Our first port of call is the area that guests see first, the frontline and reception staff. These are the staff that interact with guests, check them in, make them comfortable as they enter the hotel and ensure that that critical first impression is right.
I think the key lies in the word journey. Where there's a beginning, there's an end. So I'm there obviously in the beginning to meet the guests, where we always say in life we only have one chance to make a first impression. And I'm there to obviously meet the guests and escort them through to the front desk. And I'm there throughout their stay, obviously to be a go-between person, to be there to answer any of their questions, to provide any assistance, any advice or whatnot. I'm also there towards the end of their stay to ensure that their stay went well. But one of my most important aspects of my role as a journey ambassador is to ensure that we portray our brand standards. And it's just not for myself, it's obviously for my team members as well. There's a lot of training and development that takes place in regards to this building of the brand standards and obviously communicating that. Good afternoon, sir. How are you today?
Very good, yourself?
Pleasure to meet you.
You
My name is Sanjay but Journey Ambassador. Please have a seat. I think the toughest part about my job is that there's a lot of mentality and there's a lot of attitude that guests have developed over a certain period of time prior to their arrival to South Africa or maybe even any other parts of Africa itself, that the service is bad. I'm obviously there to prove them wrong, but it's just not just about me, it's about the team members. There's no I in team, so we're there as a team together. Where I come in reality, is obviously to train and develop my staff. The best way that I do that is to try to envision my team members to put themselves into the guests' shoes, to see what they see, the emotions, the frustrations, the likes and dislikes of any stay. I treat my guests with the same love, respect that they deserve, whether they've been to the hotel for the first time or whether they've been to the hotel a million times. The difference between the two is that if I come across a guest that's been with us numerous times, I can anticipate their needs. Have a lovely day, sir.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. With any product or service that any business sells, if you truly look after your guest, if you're really there for their needs and wants, there shouldn't be any reason why a guest wouldn't come back.
A successful check-in and check-out, the whole thing starts the night before, where we start preparing for our next day arrival or for our next day departures. The arrival, we will prepare all the traces and all the report from the guests on arrival, they request, and assign the rooms accordingly. The checkout, we will be sending guest letters the night before, so they can review their bills before coming to the reception. And by the time they get to the reception, the whole thing is done. So if they had queries, they will have queried the night before and had it fixed. And that basically will make it very, very fast. If they do not want to queue, they've got an option of non-stop checkout, where they will actually drop their envelopes with the amendment on the guest bill, and then we'll actually basically do it because they do everything on arrival. They will sign a registration card and they give a credit card imprint. And if they don't want to stop for checking out, we'll use that as the checkout letters, basically. The guest needs will vary according to their purpose of visit. If they're business travelers, they're leisure travelers. Often the business travelers will require high-speed internet. And often because they're used to a certain level overseas, they have tendency of comparing the two levels. The leisure needs will be, how far is the shopping center? Can I walk? Till what time are they open? What can I do around the tours and all those sort of things. That often is the time. I don't know how we did it without technology before. At the Hilton, we're using the system OnCure, which is absolutely fabulous. We can keep record of the guest stays, their requests, their need, they dislike, and the previous complaint for that matter, and then make it better for the stay to come, basically. It's absolutely wonderful. You click the button, you read it the past of it, and even from the preview from other hotels, the Hilton brand-wise, we can keep record of all the guest requests from that. It's absolutely wonderful. Technology, it's the way to go. Bilkers have all something in common, which is I like to call them the storytellers guest. They will come to the reception, they will tell you all sorts of things about their luggage being lost, and to say, being stolen, and they lost their credit card. They've got no other way of paying. Can I stay for one night and I can pay you the next day? Their body language, they will ask you all sorts of questions that a normal guest, a paying guest, will not ask. And having been in the hotel industry for a long time, you start spotting them right on arrival.
Sanjay, I saw you approached the guests and you seemed to know exactly what to ask them. How did you recognize that?
This goes back to what we were discussing earlier, anticipating guest needs. And this is where your previous experience, your knowledge and intuition can help you out. Another example would be another guest sitting at a table having a coffee and maybe working on a laptop. Maybe he might not want to be in a conversational mode. Busy working at the moment, just looking for a bit of space and quiet time to work on his laptop. It's all about reading guests. If you're able to read the guests, you can anticipate their needs. And when you're able to do that, you're able to meet their needs and wants at the same time. For example, a guest coming down from one of the rooms on the main floor, walking a bit fastly, certainly means that that's a guest that knows where he wants to go. If that's the case, gonna have a lovely day, sir. Drive safe.
At the Hilton, we have the warmth, the facilities, the attitude, the staff attitude. The guests will come back because of the service that we're providing to them. They definitely will be back to our property.